These guys have just pedalled all the way down from Vancouver, the two of them on a tandem bike.
Right,
Please make welcome David and Sebastian.
Right then, mate.
Oh, Sebastian. Hello. I told you to turn left,
Mate, I
Sebastian.
went left and where are we? No need
gonna-
for gloves in here, that's for sure.
I'm going to turn the camera on because this is a great occasion.
This is number 51 on my list. I've got a list of 100 things I'm trying to do before I die. Dave's got this thing called Expedition 1000. He wants to do 25 separate 1,000-mile journeys, each one using a separate mode of non-motorised transport. And so when PIS invited us to come to Vegas to do a talk, we thought, it'd be a waste just to fly in, right? We're not cyclists, by the way. Some people just assume that we are cyclists.
Although I really like wearing these kind of clothes.
Are you thirsty?
Are you hungry?
Yeah, I could do with a banana.
Sure.
Thanks.
What? Thank you, buddy. We only finished yesterday, so still quite hungry.
Sorry, girls.
Oh. But we're quite close now, so...
Some of you might know this, but I'm the current Guinness World Record holder for the most amount of eggs crushed with your big toes in 30 seconds.
Oh, come on.
Come on. You don't.
That's amazing.
You really forced that applause on them.
I've just realised you should never clap with a banana in your hand.
I went into the cycle shop in Manly, where I live in Sydney, and I was pumping up my bike tyre, and the guy said, "What are you doing?" I went on to explain I want to ride 1,400 miles with a mate on a tandem bike over 14 days. And he said, "Mate, you've got to be realistic about these things. That's not going to happen."
It was really a mental battle, and the psychology really started to come into play after just 3 or 4 days.
Being not a planner, I didn't even have a pair of gloves until Dave told me to buy some. I didn't think I'd see snow. The spoke broke on the back wheel. It's still broken, so we basically wanted the fat bloke up the front. The person on the back, you kind of tend to think they just sit there and pedal, right?
Or not sometimes, Seb.
Yeah, or not.
I must say, Seb at the beginning dealt with the bottom problem much better than I did, because he bought some very good cycling pants. And as an experienced endurance adventurer, I did the very sensible thing and borrowed some pants off my mum, who...
We didn't have any maps. We didn't have any watches. We had no idea. We still don't have any of those things, actually.
We were just on the outskirts of Vegas, pulled into a gas station. We're just looking for the way to get to Planet Hollywood. Asked a woman how to get to the Strip, and she was like, "Oh my, the Strip's a long way away." We were like, "Come on, we've just cycled from Canada, woman. You silly, silly lady."
At the end of the day, what we do because we just love the unknown. We love challenging ourselves. We love stepping outside of our comfort zones. And we didn't know whether we'd be here or not on time. Now, Dave skateboarded across Australia. And the story that he tells, because I do a lot of talking with Dave, I'll actually do an impression of this is what Dave... So Dave usually stands behind a lectern like this.
You're not going to do this,
I'll try.
Unbelievable.
So Dave then goes, "I'd skateboarded a very long way for a very long time. And I was emotionally fragile. And Brisbane, until that stage, had just been a dot on a map. A dot that signified a very important part of my life and the end of a huge journey. I'm a hero." When I climbed into Brisbane, there was a hill. And I hadn't seen Brisbane before. I mentioned that before. And when I got to the top of the hill, I saw a glistening skyline like no other. And when I looked down on this glistening skyline, I cried. Yes, I cried. Now, I've heard that lots and lots. It's a really nice story. But I'd have to say yesterday...
Stop talking.
Oh, dear.
All right. We've been pedaling for 14 days. I've never been to Las Vegas before. Up until then, it's just been a dot on a map. 4 days in the Nevada desert. Like, we met somebody 2 days ago who thought he was 50% alien.
It's true.
It was a hard morning. Headwinds all the way. Both of us frustrated. Seb even at the front, looking behind like he shouldn't. And then we reached the top of a hill and looked down into this valley. And there were buildings, tall buildings, with fairground rides on top of them. I heard a whimper from the front of the bicycle. Unbelievable. You massive sook.
I told you then, and I'll tell you again, I put too much sunscreen on my forehead. I was pedaling harder than you. And the sweat went into my eyes. It was very emotional for us yesterday. And not just the bike pants wearing part of it. We're not going to be able to do that again. But we made it.
All have babies.
We made it.
And this is just a brilliant privilege to be here. I'm completely dazed, actually, to see all of these bodies because we've just been in the middle of nowhere for so long. And actually, before this talk, Robbie came up and said, all of these guys are a little bit tired. They've just flown from Australia.
A little bit tired?
What? Tired?
You flew here, did you?
Are you kidding me?
That must have been hard.
Sitting down for 16 hours doing nothing.
There's a lady over there doing that. Is that how you got here?
Unbelievable.
Could you show your appreciation for their presentation tonight?
Thank you.
Thank you.